Okay, now it's working. You got to push the button. You just got to push the button. Oh, I can see all the way back here, way back here, that I forgot to turn this light on. It's Friday, it's Friday. Wouldn't it be funny if today was Thursday and it's not Friday? That's a tag. I don't have a dirty spot on my shirt. It says Nautica, original quality. Well, I didn't know they had different levels of quality, okay? But it is the original quality. Hey, welcome. It's Friday night. I'm excited because it's Friday night. It's been a week. I'm still here. I'm alive and well. How about you out there? I did a video for Sly's grandson. And I'm kind of like in a singing mood because I'm singing children's songs for him. He's only 4 years old, you know. So I will eventually wind up in the story chair. Oh, wait, this camera shoots this half of the room. And then when we go over to the Nikon, it's going to shoot the other half. So I'll have to run all the way over there when we switch, but I have 25 seconds before that happens. Oh, I see Roy. Good day, Peter. How you doing, Roy? How is my big boy, my friend, all the way down in Australia? What you doing in Australia? He says, I like pushing the buttons, especially other people's buttons. Really? I didn't know you were that kind of a... Oh, see? Now on the Nikon, I could go over on this side. I think I'm going to have to fix that because I can't stand in one spot unless I'm all the way up there. If I stand here, I'm still kind of in the picture. Well, I'm just rambling. It's Friday night. Did you have a good week? I hope everybody had a good week. My niece is in the air. She's flying Colombia, she said, or Portugal. She's flying somewhere, okay? And the other one, I think, is in Spain. I'm the only one here in Miami. I have to keep everything okay. Oh, Olympus. See, with the Olympus, I can go anywhere I want. I can go all the way to the back. I could touch the Christmas tree. Can you see me here? I can actually come over here and... Not sure if you'll be able to hear it, but if I put this here, I can go. I'm writing this song. What would happen if you would up and leave? I look for your smile. I would long for your touch. But if you were gone, and I haven't finished writing it. Oh, I'm not even in my own picture. Now I am. Okay. Golly gee whiz, Batman. I'm not sure I liked that very well. Well, let's see. It's Friday night, so if the gang is all here, I kind of know what you're all doing. So Scotty might be out on a date. Sly's getting ready for her show. And Norm is probably eating some chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. Okay. So what else do I know? Oh, who used to check in from... I didn't know if he was in Miami or in Colombia. Oh, Norm just popped up. Merry Christmas, Pete. How about if I go over there and sit down instead of clowning around and running around all over this room? Which camera am I on? Oh, I'm in the middle camera. The good old Olympus. I can come over to the table over here. I can come over to my chair over here. And with the Nikon Z6, I have to come over to my table over here. So many rules in here. It used to be so calm and so nice. I could go anywhere, walk anywhere, and now I got to be here, I got to be there. Oh, the heck with it. I don't know what to do. I am so miscombobulated. I see Sammy. I love Sammy. He's my buddy. I talked to him on the phone. He's a good boy. He's away at college. He actually did a film for class. He was telling me about it and the cameras that he's looking at. He was telling me about that, and that the weather is good up there. I just don't remember where he is. Well, I know where he lives. It's in Jersey. Okay, the school might be in New Jersey. I saw his mother and his dad. Very pretty mother. That's why he's so good. And his dad is a handsome man. That's why Sammy is so good looking. Alrighty, so should I stay standing? Where's my mouse? Oh, it's over here. All right. Step up to the plate, Peter. Okay, so let's get serious now. Oh, well, seriously, you got the new Canon. You got the new camera from Nikon. I like that camera. I was so against that camera. I have to laugh at myself when I say it because I was thinking like, this camera's going to do Nikon in. It really is. They're going to come to market and people are going to skip it and go like, well, I don't want that. And you know what? It's got a little bit of something for everybody. You have to look some things, like let's say you want a photo camera. Well, it is a photo camera. Not only is it a photo camera, it's a wonderful photo camera. But if you say, but I don't want the other stuff on it, well, you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. Because if you say I'm into video, it's got all the stuff for video in there also. How come this camera's not on? Oh, it is. Oops, my bad. All right. I wonder how long it's been on. Okay, so yeah, the Nikon's a big surprise. It's desirable. It looks delicious. It even has a very pretty look to it. Honestly, it looks nice. So what am I on now? I'm on the Olympus. And why is the Olympus special? Because it's got my expensive lens on it. It's got the Olympus 25 millimeter f1.2 lens. This guy also has my Carl Zeiss 1.4 lens. So why is that so far to the one side? I think that camera needs to come over this way a little bit. I think it's too dedicated too much to over this side of the room. Anyway, I don't think you guys are interested in that. Boy, we go from there to there. So all the way to my left, camera right, all the way to my right, camera left. Okay, so what a swing. I think I need to adjust that. I don't think we should go from this side. I feel like the boat is swaying back and forth. And then we come to the middle. Oh, I can hold on to the table now. So let's get to the important part. You are the important part. You know, I never tested. If I do that with the Olympus, is it going to stay on my face or is it going to go to the hand? You know, I think it's staying on my face. Not bad for a 7-8-year-old camera, huh? So let's take the mouse, the Moosey mouse, and I'm going to go to that chair, okay? And I'm going to sit myself down right on this pillow. Makes me a little taller, but it also lets my back sit down. Where am I? A little bit, so I don't get a big sprain on my back, because I sit here for an hour and sometimes almost an hour and a half. You know, with Sly coming on at 11:30, it keeps me from rambling on and on and on. I could see a white box around my face on the Olympus. Now on the Sony, I don't see anything. I don't even know if it's set up to show me the face over there. Okay, so when we do get to the Nikon, which is the guy that's up next, Roy is the one that showed me how to limit the focus area. So on the Nikon, I have the focus area from kind of like my chest, like they call it in the photography, a bust shot. Okay, so it's from here up and whatever size the box is. So that keeps the, so if I put my hand out here, the Sony stays on my face. Now if I encroach the face area, yeah, it will come off. See how my eyes are a little fuzzy? Okay. But you really have to get up into the chin for it to do that. Okay, so now here's the Nikon. So if I go like that with the Nikon before, if I was talking and being my Greek stuff and doing all this, it basically would make the Nikon go boing, boing, boing. Talk about wobble, huh? So Roy told me to look for something. I forgot what it is. I looked for it. I found it, okay? And this camera, I haven't made any adjustments, but I do see a white box around my face. So I don't think the Olympus has eye detection. It very well might. I could be 100% wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. But it does have a box around my face, and I can actually see it. So that white box is pretty white. So I think whatever focus system they put in this old Olympus EM1, I would say it works really well. I'm sure it probably doesn't keep up with the newest and the bluest. Okay, but I haven't had it do much failure. I don't hold much up. So let's say I hold up this bag and bring it up here, but don't get into my face. So I'm looking at the eyes. If the eyes get blurry, then same thing here. Oh, look at the Nikon. It focused on here. Okay, so if I drop that down, it's going to go right to my face. So maybe I should use a smaller. No, that's not right. Well, that's as good as I can get. I know that now it doesn't go with my hands flapping around. So that's what we got going. So do I have the reverb off, or am I standing in the hall? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, undeclared birthday person that's in here hiding and lurking, but it's your birthday and I'm singing you a song. Happy birthday to you. So that Nikon, it's called the ZF, and it takes after, oh, I lost the camera already. Where did it go? Oh, I must have put it back. Or did I put it over? Oh, I have it charging up. I've been playing with it all weekend because I made a few videos. So I've been playing with it this weekend, and I have it on the USB-C to charge the ZF-C. So now it took a long time, but the ZF came to join the ZF-C in the world. And it's really, really a wonderful camera. I have my sheet here. So this is my sheet of paper that said the features that I especially liked about the Nikon ZF. You know what I had to do 3 times this week? I had to tell people how to do live streaming. I thought we were way past that. I thought we were into live streaming, you know, solid, winner, winner, chicken dinner. But I think there's a whole new crop of live streamers coming online. And there's so much information out there that maybe they can't get solid information. So I think that's giving me a hint as to a video that might be coming out on Monday on my big channel, how to live stream. It's probably not going to be my most popular video, but I think it's needed. The people that I've explained 3 times in 1 week, doesn't that sound odd to you? How to live stream, what gear that you need, where are the hiccups, where are the blockages, all that kind of stuff. Well, I had to learn all that myself, okay, because I've been live streaming since, what, when did the pandemic hit? 2018, 2019? I think the pandemic hit right around that time. So, of course, I'm much more serious on the big channel. Over here, it's your fun night and my fun night. I get to have fun, too. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for Scott. What are you bringing to eat, Scott? I want to see what's for dinner. So we'll talk about the 7 key features of the Nikon ZF in just a little bit. Right now, I'm just going to kibitz with you. You know what kibitzing means? You don't know what kibitzing is? You got to go to New York, or you got to go to Israel. It's a Jewish term. Yes, I'm not Jewish, and I know. You should know, too. So with this one, I am free to move around the cabin. I can come all the way back to the Christmas tree, and I could do my whole show from right here. It would be a standing up show. and I would be talking to you with my whole body. I'm leaning to one side now. It's not you. You don't have to adjust your picture. I'm okay. So I think in every single one of my descriptions for the last 6 months, I have put my streaming workflow where starting from the camera, I'm out of the camera now. That's the E10. I have to move over here to get into the camera. That just ain't right. Okay. Now with the Nikon, I can stand here and I'm okay. And with the Olympus. So what I really need to do is I got to turn that Olympus a little bit. I'm sorry, wrong camera. I've got to turn the Sony. It's aiming too much to one side. And I probably am going to move it too much. Okay. Then I'll be sorry I just did that. So I just moved the Sony E10 so that if we go to that camera, now we're on the Olympus. So what's after the Olympus? All right, after the Olympus is the Sony E10. So I'm going to come back here and stand under my light. And in 20 seconds or so, we'll see if I move that Sony enough or too much. I do know that the Nikon allows me to stand right here. And so I'm basically, you guys don't know the layout, but I'm at the edge of the carpet. So I have it designed so if I come to the edge of the carpet, my feet are still cushioned, okay? The concrete is hard. So the rug was lifted in here. The bad brother took it out and left it concrete. He didn't like the carpet. Okay, so I am a little bit better. At least I'm in the picture if I don't move. If I take one step to the right, like let's say I know the camera's coming up, I can kind of like come over or lean on the chair. And it looks kind of natural, right? And then when we go over to the Nikon, I will be able to stand kind of like right smack in front of the Olympus, which is right over here. Okay, so that's better, but I don't know what happens if I stand over here. Actually, that's not too bad. If I stand here up at the table, that's not bad at all. So we're doing good. Okay, thank you. Roy, Norm, that's the only names I could see right now, but it looks like there's a lot of people in here. So should we mosey over to the, see with the Nikon? I must have done that on purpose and didn't do it for the Sony. Okay, so with the Nikon, I can actually come and I could, if I made it so that the cameras don't rotate, I could sit in this chair. But you see over here, I have no light to hit me. So I'm a little darker. So those of you that like it a little bit darker, enjoy it because it's not staying. Now, if I come just 2 steps and stand at the edge of the carpet, I got a hair light. That hair light's for when I stand up there, okay? And I have it so that it's kind of in the middle, so when I stand behind here, now I have a face light. This is using lighting to do dual purpose. So whether I stand here or if I come all the way up here, now I have a hair light. The same light does the same exact purpose. One in the hair light from the back, and if I take 2 steps back, it's serving as the main light for the Peter. I'm the Peter. This is what they call the talent. And if I don't stop hitting my chest, I'm going to start coughing. Okay. So that's with even the Nikon. The Nikon, I'm lit up like there's a light on me because there is. Okay. So I've got 2 positions for the lighting. And it actually, I have 3 because when I sit down on the chair that you can barely see over here, okay, this light lights me up with a side shadow, not shadow. Lights are not shadows. They're the opposite. So this light will not only go here and actually go there to give me a hair light, to give me a front light, it'll give me a slightly side light. So one of the keys to photography and videography, believe it or not, is lighting. Lighting is actually one of the biggest keys to pictures, because photography, it's a Greek word. It has a Greek roots. It's photo, and which is light, and graphy, which is writing. So if you put it together, you get photography, writing with the light. That's the way my grandfather would explain it to you. Photography is writing with the light. Έτσι να σου πω, γεια σου και τα παιδιά σου. Oh, I switched to Greek. Sorry. My apologies. Get back into English. Okay, so I'm going to go and sit down because I got to say hi to everybody. That's the highlight of my whole night, is coming and seeing who's in here with me, because you guys are my buddies, and I just can't wait to see what you got to say, okay? So, yeah, this is not a big channel. It's okay, because if it was a big channel, I wouldn't be able to give you personal attention and tickle you or make fun of you, because I can't reach out and tickle you, so I can make fun of you. All right, so I'm going to mosey on over to the chair. I'm going to sit it down here. Oh, the nice chair. You know, she's a nice chair. Where is Peter? He's in the corner. He's all the way down here. There's Peter. So you see how this light, I haven't changed the camera, but it's still lighting my face up. And it's just in a right position to give me a little more light on this side. And no Peter Greg on this side. Okay, let's go over to the sitting down. Okay, here's the sitting down. Okay, don't get your pantyhose all in the knot. There I am. I'm here. Did you get worried? You did. Don't be worried. I'm okay. I just had to change the camera. So now I've got the same camera, and I don't remember. Oh, it's that one. Okay, so I'm sitting wrong. I need to sit this way because I want to face the... Yes, I have my pants on. So those of you that are worried, did he put his damn pants on? Yes, I have my pants on. See, their pants are on. You're not seeing skin. I did take a shower, actually about 8 o'clock, which is a no-no. For those of you guys... Oh, wait, I can do this. I don't have to hold it. Maybe you have to hold it, but I don't have to hold it. I can put the mic right here. So I succeeded in making a video every day this week on the big channel, which is what I wanted to do. So this is 2 weeks in a row where I have put out a video every day. That last week it was 4 days, and then with the Friday live it was 5 days. This week, I think it was 5 days. I might have missed a day because of the overnighter that I had to do with the release of the Nikon ZF. But I did get a video out today, okay? So, the Panasonic S5, it decided to go blue. Why? I have no idea. I have been messing with this stuff, okay? Because I was reading this list from the Nikon ZF. Should you buy the Nikon ZF? Well, I have a simple answer for you. Yes. Especially if you're a Nikon user, this is the camera you're waiting for. Not this one. This camera would do well for you too, but if you've got Nikon cameras, where did I come from? I think this needs to be adjusted. There we go. See, Peter could do that. I could do that. There we are. Just remember where you are, Peter. Okay, where am I? I can't see anything. Open your damn eyes. My eyes are blessed. Don't say that. Don't talk like that. Okay, so let's get to my favorite part, the peoples. Let's go to the peoples. Hi, Roy. Nice to see you. Good day, Roy. He likes pushing buttons, he says, especially other people's buttons. I could tell, but see, the problem is I got your number. So you try to push my buttons and it don't work because I know you. You're a good guy. You do a lot of teasing. You've got dry humor, but you're a good guy. Some people don't know it. I know it, though. So you can't push my buttons. You probably can. I don't really want to think about it, but you probably could, but it's much, much harder now. Before I used to go like, what does he mean? What did he say? What did he mean by that? Was he attacking me? Was he saying something nice? Too late. I already painted Roy as a really nice, sweet guy. That's it. It's just who he is. So, let's see. That's Roy. He likes pushing buttons. So I was talking about you, Norm. Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies around the world. Driving a PR Fleet Hybrid tonight. Mitsubishi Outlander. Nice ride. Very complicated drivetrain. Looking forward to giving it back. Oh, so you're on the road? Did we have our chicken? So it's a hybrid. So it'll do electric and gas, I think. It could be a hybrid with hydrogen too. But there's something about it that doesn't click well, okay? So I don't know what that is. Let me fix my shirt so I look pretty, okay? So Norm is one of our Father of the Year guys, okay? He says, if you move the Olympus, I might be able to see your dad's Windex bottle. I know that turns you on so much, Norm. Let me just make your night. You can go ahead, make a mess in your underwear. There's the Windex bottle, Norm. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself, Norm. Norm is going like, it's the Windex bottle. Norm just likes that Windex bottle. I could actually, no, don't do that. I was going to squirt myself in the face. I think my skin is doing better. So what are you doing, Peter? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. No, I'm spraying it 3 or 4 times a day with a silver solution. Silver is an antiseptic. I make the silver solution myself. I even sent a little bottle to Luke. I don't think he ever used it. I think the boy is a little scaredy cat. It's for his skin. You know, at 18 years old, boys that age, they want to attract the girls. So it's the older guys that help the younger guys. So to kill the acne, it's bacteria is the foundation of it. So there's things that kill bacteria is what you want to put on your face. But the problem is your face is a very, very tender skin. So you can't, there's other parts of your body that's got tender skin, but your face is one of them. And down below is another. So you put the wrong stuff down there, you're going to be hopping around, you know, like aftershave in the wrong spot. I wonder what aftershave would do down there. Gee, Dad's not here for me to ask. Let me try it. Ah! Who is that screaming? I hear somebody screaming. Oh, I know what he did. He put aftershave where it don't belong. Now you will never do that again, okay? So the silver water is basically, what is that water? Distilled water. And it's had a rod put in the distilled water. Actually, 2 rods. And one of the rods is a positive. It's got a positive charge. The other rod is a negative. It's got a negative charge. So you take one of these things that charge your phone and stuff, you put a positive charge on the one side, and you put a negative charge on the other side. You put that in the distilled water, and you go for, I would say, about 4 hours. So you ever see those laser lights, and when you put it on the floor, on the wall, a cat will chase it around because it doesn't understand it's a light, and you can just kind of go like that? Well, that's a laser light. It's a pointer. So if you take a bottle of distilled water and you run a laser light through it, red, you won't see anything. But after 3 or 4 hours, if you do the same thing and you've got those silver rods being charged, you will see the beginnings of a red light going through the water. And when that red light is solid, you are at anywhere from 11 to 13 to 14 ppms, parts per million, of micro silver. Turn it off. Wash your silver rods because they deteriorate. It takes about a year, year and a half if you do it a lot. If you don't do it a lot, you keep those rods for a long time. So what it's doing is putting microscopic silver in the dehydrated water. That actually, if you get a wound, you could spray it. It's like spraying an antibiotic on it. They use the silver creams and stuff in the burn units in the hospital. If you get burned, the cream they put on is a silver-based cream because your skin doesn't react to it. It doesn't burn, but it kills all the bacteria. It's a strong infection killer. So I put it in an amber bottle because you're not supposed to let it hit direct light. And I just spritz my face 2-3 times a day. When I walk past the bottle, I pick it up, spritz myself. You know how the girls spritz with perfume? A little bit on this side. Oh, and a little bit on this side. And you smell good now. Well, I just spritz my face. I used to close my eyes. Now I keep my eyes open. And I exhale. And then when I start spritzing, because it's so fine, I do a big inhale through my nose. I want it to go all the way down my respiratory system. Now I'm killing infections, I don't know at what level, honestly, you know, in my internal respiratory system. And if I talk to a neighbor or I greet the FedEx man or the UPS man at the door, I'll put the package on the kitchen counter, and I've got one of those little bottles on the kitchen counter. So I will just spritz, 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 spritz. Let me get the bottle. I want to show it to you. Hold on. Keep your pantyhose on. You can enjoy the view. This is the chair. That's the lamp over there. That's the tree going round. You could wait 10 seconds for me to go get my bottle. You'll survive. Trust me. I'm taking my paper with me so you don't read it. Walking away. I'm coming, I'm coming. Chill, I'm coming. You can handle it. Trust me. You're a big boy now. So what the hell was all that about, Peter? Well, I don't know. I think the show does better without me here, honestly. So I went to get this bottle, okay? It's an amber bottle because it blocks light, and you want to block the light, okay? So anywhere, I'm over here. Okay, let's turn this way so I remember I'm on the panel. I wish these cameras had tally lights. Anywhere from 3 to 10 times a day, I will do something like this. I will exhale, and then I do a big inhale, even one in my mouth. And there's nothing in here but distilled water and microscopic silver particles. So I think, and then have you ever heard how Sophia Loren said she puts her face into an ice bucket every morning and that's why her skin looks fabulous? It looks fabulous, okay? Well, I do this spritzing thing, and then I have a fan that I put on the shelf in my room, and I go stand in front of the fan, and because I just moisted my face with the fan on low, my face gets so freaking cold. So I don't have to bend over and put my face in a bucket of ice cubes to tighten up my skin. This is doing it between this and the fan, and I'm not sure, but the brown age spots over here, I think they've gotten lighter. Somebody would have to go watch one of my old videos I think I've been doing this for like 3 or 4 months now. So you're going to have to go watch a video older than that and see if the age spots are stronger. But to me, I'm using, what I do is when I get out of the shower, I spritz. The moisture feels good, okay? I turned that fan off, so I don't want to overheat. So now I won't overheat. I got wet, okay? So, but now I can feel the breeze because I have the white fan on. You guys that have been here around long enough, you know I have a white fan, a yellow fan, and an air conditioner. That's the 3 sources of noise besides this guy. I'm a source of noise myself, okay? So this kills acne, and that's why I sent a smaller bottle of these to Luke, who is Woody's grandson. Because when I was talking to Woody on the phone, he said that the boy is getting a little self-conscious because of the acne, and he's like wants to get it off. So you go and you get all these chemicals and everything. It's just, you just need to kill the bacteria. You can mix 25% AVC or ACV, I think that's the right initials, and water. And you could do the same thing here, but I would close my eyes. So what's ACV? Apple cider vinegar. So you could put like maybe an inch or a quarter or less, and then always use distilled water because it's going on your face. You don't want to be spraying your face with the stuff that's in your tap, okay? Even the water from a plastic bottle, you don't want that. You want distilled water. You want clean, pure water. You're doing this for medicinal purposes, to make you look pretty. Don't you want to look prettier? Okay? So you could do the same thing with apple cider vinegar. It's also an antibiotic. It's a sterilizer. This, I want it in my eyes. I want anywhere where that virus can go, okay? Which means up my nose, in my ears, in my eyes. So this is a version of this is used for a wide open 3rd degree burns where you burned off your layer of skin in the burn unit in the hospital, okay? So you could buy this by the quart or the gallon on Amazon. You want silver water, and when you look at the ingredients, it needs to say 2 things. If it says anything else, don't buy it. There's my rules. It needs to say distilled water, and it needs to say nano silver or microscopic silver. You don't want to see silver floating. You don't want to sparkle, okay? You can also take this internally until you do some research. I wouldn't do that, okay? So this is my silver bottle. I was thinking, you know, what can I sell on the big channel? And I'm thinking silver water. Silver bells, Christmas room. Hello? Jingles is my puppy, my baby boy, okay? How about silver water? You could get your silver water at petergreg.com. No, it's not there. No, I don't sell it. Chill, okay? So that's what started it. Is I think I even got a relative of all things, a relative who never gives you compliments, okay? Tell me, Peter, your skin looks so good. Are you taking some kind of medicine? See, everybody thinks it's medicine, okay? So let's get back to the party. Sammy is here. Oh, I did say Sammy was here because I said I spoke with him on the phone. Sammy's mine. I'm keeping him. He's my big boy. You know, Sammy's over 6 feet. Damn. I'm 5'2". If I ever stand next to him, Sammy's going to go, where's Peter? I don't see Peter. Oh, there he is, down there. Norm says, ate the chicken dinner. Everyone enjoyed the meal, except everybody together now, except for the chicken. Monday, Friday. My good buddy Jim is here. Good evening, Peter. Happy Friday night. Hi, Jim. I love you. I love you, Sammy. I love you, Norm. I love you, Roy. All the peoples that are here, you belong to me. You're my friends. So how you doing? Jim got a new camera. He got a Sony Mark. Carry the one. moved Mark IV. So he bought a brand new Sony Mark IV, the white one. Oh no, it doesn't come in white. So he bought the black one. I've ordered a white Sony E1. You thought I was going to get the Nikon, didn't you? Well, if I didn't have that one already, I would be unbelievably tempted with the E1. So you say to me, Peter, if you don't have money and your credit cards are gone, how the hell did you buy a camera? Okay, I could tell you. I'm not using my old wonderful Nikon lenses anymore. The ones that are screw drive, that's a real thing. Okay. Wait, this pillow's in the wrong spot. I'm not comfortable. Okay. Happy butt, happy life. Now I feel better. Whoops. Okay, so I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I remember. I think I want to change this camera to be a little more zoomed. They're too close to each other. So let's zoom it in so you get a close-up. You get a beauty shot. Now you can see my face better. You could see if I was lying. Okay. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Okay, so... Oh, what was I saying? Oh, I ordered the E1 in white. There's actually a video out there. I think Randy sent it to me. If he didn't, I found it from somebody. And he has a white Sony E1, and he's got a black Sony E1. And he put them out in direct sunshine, direct sunlight. And it was an over 90-degree day. Okay, I'm just trying to remember what was part of that video. And he had that thermal gun. And do you know that the black Sony E1 was 30 degrees hotter than the white Sony E1, and they were on a tripod together, side by side. Okay, a bar where you could put two cameras. And the white camera was 30 up to, okay, because it ranged, up to 30 degrees cooler on the white camera. I'm going like, whoa. And he said it lasted 50% longer before it finally did overheat, sitting out in the direct sun. And then when he did the same test under the umbrella, the E1 in the black gave the overheating bars. The white one never did. So I'm thinking like, boy, if I could solve the overheating problem, I'd buy that E1. It's got more features than Carter has liver pills. That's a saying, okay? And I found where it can be solved. Now, when it gets here, I'm going to do my own testing. Honest to God. I need to find out if these guys are liars or are they telling the truth. Okay? Because YouTube content creators have to make content. Why am I leaning? Okay, so YouTube content creators have to make content. So sometimes they fudge a little bit. All right? I find myself wanting to do that, and I go like, no, I owe my audience better. If it's not true, I either won't say it, or I'll say something and then give the explanation to go with it. Okay? So Roy is talking about when I just ran in to get my spritzer. Oh, I'm cool now. Over this side, because the age spots are over there. Okay. So I'm spraying myself with silver, nano silver. Can't see it. I started to say if you put the laser through the clear glass, when it's ready, when it's soup, when the soup's done, when the egg is ready, the silver beam through the water is a solid silver, solid red beam. So you could test it by putting that laser light. It's a straight beam of light. When you do it, when you first turn it on and you just got water in there, you don't even know that there's a laser light going through it, okay? The pointer light, the red laser pointer light. But little by little, you'll see some red specks, and that is, it's catching these silver particles. And when it's solid, like I'm putting it through and it's a solid beam of light, like the Starship Enterprise firing the phasers, bam, straight down, it's solid, it's done. It's cooked, okay? Or you could just put a timer on and take it out at the 4-hour mark. And then I do the PP meter, parts per million meter. And the parts per meter range from 12 to 15. And that's fine. That's exactly what I want. So all it is distilled water and micro, nano silver particles. So I'm basically disinfecting my face. So if I come over and talk to somebody and they have bad breath and I get it in my mind mentally that this guy is getting a disease over to me. No, no, no. Well, I'll just... Psst, psst, psst. Okay. You know, I have a curiosity. I want to see if the Sony is still running because I have it on. And... Nope, it's black. It's black. And that's okay because I'm not using it. I'm using the panty. Now, the LCD is not black. Okay. So, oh, I got news for you. Where are you? I am actually using the new computer. It's no longer the Mac Mini M1. Now it's the Studio M2. That's what we're watching. We don't even have a hint of stuttering. What power? I have so much power, I can't stand it. Okay. So let's get back to the people. Hey, Ray's in the house. I love you, Ray. That's the first words out of my mouth is, I love you, Ray. Hi, Peter. Have a thumbs up. By golly, thank you. I'll put it in a hot dog bun. So I love you, big boy. What an awesome guy. You know, if you meet Ray in the street, he might smile at you, but he's not going to often spend too much time with you. He's kind of shy. He's introverted. He's quiet. But when you get to know him a little bit, pretty amazing guy. When God made him, and he doesn't even believe, like, that's all right, Ray, I believe for you, okay? I pray for you, okay? So you could just relax. I pray for you. Bop, 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 bop. So Jim says, I got a new camera. If you count the new iPhone Pro Max. What number are we up to? I kind of lost track. My iPhone I have two now. I have line 1 and line 2. So I have the 10, which is what I carry around with me. And because I can't afford to pay for 2 lines, I have the other one on the Magic Jack. And I could do texting, phone calls through Magic Jack. Texting is going through the Wi-Fi. So, and that one is an iPhone 11. So if I take the chip out of this one, what do they call that little card? And put it in here, I could carry the 11 around with me. But I don't know, I've gotten fond of this camera. It's just nice. Did you notice I called it a camera? Pity Roy. No, Roy is saying pity, not pity Roy. The word pity and the word Roy are together right there. I kind of put them together. The Nikon ZF has SD cards. And I hate micro SD cards. Yeah, I had to grapple with that. I was making fun. You need to watch my latest video. I did a little drama in there. I'm not going to give it away. Go watch it. Norm says, I could see the Windex bottle through the Sony camera beside the Christmas tree. Oh, Norm is just so happy now. It's because you're such a good dad. I just had to do that for you, Norm. There's just no ifs, ands about it. I like happy people. And happy people come from happy thoughts. So if Norm is happy by looking at a Windex bottle, my job is to make Norm happy. Now, I'll only go so far to make a guy happy. You understand that, right? I won't just do anything to make a guy happy. But if it's something as simple as a Windex bottle, I will make someone's day and make them happy. Otherwise, you're part of the problem, not part of the solution. So, what the hell? You're just taking up space. Don't be a grump. Don't be a Debbie Downer. Be a happy. I don't know what goes with happy. Be a happy Peter, okay? So, and be grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful for what you do have. You know, I notice if I focus on what I don't have, I get grumpy. And eventually I can work myself into a depression. But if I'm grateful for this bottle of silver water, if I'm grateful that my 55-year-old mic actually works better than my 20-year-old mic, okay? And I do have a new one in here too. But I did 2 videos this week as a test. One was with the Shure SM57. And if you see the black mic sitting here where the whole body is black, that's the Shure SM57. And then when you see the silver body with the black tip, what do they call this? The windscreen, that is my 55-year-old microphone from my teen years. And I'm going to be 70 in a matter of weeks. Okay, so there's your hint. So Roy is having a hard time dealing with the micro SD cards. He's not going to let it... Here, let me tell you about Roy's personality. He's not going to let it go. He needs to find something to drill down on so that when he gets together, yeah, my kids are fine. The Christmas tree's going up next week. And by the way, I hate micro SD cards. Now Roy's happy. Okay? I'm not picking on you, Roy, but I'm just picking on you, okay? Just embrace them. According to the Nikon guy, they had a choice. It was going to be a single card slot camera, or they could slip in a micro SD. Now you have to choose which you would have preferred. However, I will give you a hint. You cannot remanufacture the camera. It is what it is. So you could be grumpy, you could be happy, you could be Humpty Dumpty, you could be Casper the Ghost. Okay? The camera has a micro SD card. And if I was doing something important, I would rather have the micro SD card slot as a Hail Mary than have only the one card slot. So if you say, I would only rather have the one card slot, the hell with the micro SD card slot, you're wrong. That's the wrong answer. Don't use it. Ignore it. Put a piece of black tape over it. Like they take, I don't have a camera here. They take and they tape the word Nikon with black tape or the word Canon. So this way you don't see the name of the camera that you're actually using. Okay. Or other people can't identify the camera that you're using. Put a black piece of tape over that, Roy, and you'll smile again. You'll be a happy boy, I promise. A little strip of black tape goes a long, long way. Let's see. Norm, when you change the Nikon ZF settings through the menu, what happens to the top dials? Okay. This is something that's a little hard for people to swallow. Okay. So the only reason I could tell you how it works is because I have the baby brother to the ZF, so I know how it works. Okay, so most cameras, like the Fuji, if you put it to the A mode, it goes to automatic. Okay, and if you use the menu on the Fuji and you're in the automatic, the menu will override the dials. The Nikon is very similar. You have a position on the ZF and the ZFC that says 1/3 stops for the shutter. So if you move it over there, okay, you're now controlling it by the back wheel. The front wheel always stays with the f-stop because some lenses have the dial for an f-stop and some don't. So the front wheel is always the f-stop. So the one that's a little bit different, and I wish they handled this a little bit better on the Nikon, where it actually is better on the Fuji, is I wish that it had an A position. All right, so what you actually have to do, I'm going to tell you what the problem is, I'm going to tell you what you have to do, and I'm going to tell you the solution. So don't bah humbug me until we get all the way through, okay? So if you move the dial on the top, you can actually change your ISOs, okay? However, if you go into the menu, you have to switch a position where you change it from using the dial to using the camera internals. I don't like that, okay? So that's the way it is. That's the problem, okay? Now the solution is the camera does have a function button where your fourth finger goes if you're holding it. So you can actually push the function button and switch back and forth, okay? You could roll the wheel or whatever it is that you want to do to make it happen. So that's what I don't like. Now, here's something else. I haven't had the ZFC. They might have a smoother solution for that. But I'm sorry, I don't have the ZF. I have the ZFC. So the new camera might have a smoother solution, or Nikon didn't change that. So the biggest problem with those dials in terms of being suave and smooth is the ISO. The other ones, they're no-brainers. The menus override the dials, and you could set it kind of like in one position, and now you've got the dials. And you never even have to use the dials on the top. Okay, I'm talking about those dials. You've got the wheels, okay, the control dials. So if you put it in the right settings, you never have to use it at the top. So if you're coming from a D500 or a camera where you're used to the full electronics, you could completely ignore all the buttons on the top. You really can, okay? The only one you really don't want to ignore is if you put it in the the P mode, or anything other than the M mode. If you turn the compensation dial, it will add more light or reduce the light to a +1 or -1, +2, -2, all the way up and all the way down, okay? So the camera is a very functional camera in the way that my ZFC is running. It's like you could run it two ways. You can run it like a street camera, or you can run it like a Z6 Mark II, okay, which doesn't have the dials on top. So, but you do have your wheels. You have your control wheels, okay? So that's one of the beauties. If a person goes like, well, I like it so much better when it's electronic, work it completely electronic. Ignore those dials. Don't ever touch them. And you've got a completely electronic dial. And if you go like, oh, I want it to be more like the Leica, or at least Fuji is trying. They've made a classic style camera. Well, you got that too. So you got both styles in one camera. That's the beauty of it. And then it's got a lot more stuff, which I wrote down here, which I'm obviously having a hard time getting to. Damn, it's almost 11 o'clock. Where the heck have I been? All right, let's get to the saying hello part. We've got Carlos. How you doing, Carlos? What time is it there? 11. It's a Friday night. I'm thinking you're home now, or you've closed down shop. You've got a client in there at this time, so it would be 8 o'clock. You might have a client, because if Carlos is definitely dedicated. So Roy and Norm are talking with each other. Roy is, I would order a ZF if it had the CF slot. That is never going to... Roy, you're in the dark ages, big boy. Honestly, you're not going to see a camera with a CF card slot ever again. So you're just taking up airspace by saying that. That is something that will never happen, ever again. And I think you know that, okay? So you're just agitating. The good point is, I know it, so it doesn't bother me. But if that's a true desire, a real desire, you're not getting it. It's just not going to happen. Norm says, Roy's talking to Norm. CRF Productions. Oh, he changed it again. Hello, Peter. Okay, so I don't know what CRF stands for. I don't like that name. I like it a little bit more expressive. So Charles Richard Finley. I'm guessing your last name is Finley. So Charles Richard Finley. Charles Richard Fernandez. Charles Richard Figaro. Charles Richard Figaro Productions. That's not bad. But most people wouldn't be able to guess because they don't know you like I know you. I had you in here. I hugged you. You were here in the flesh. Norm says the XQD cards are very fast. I use them in my D500. I think my Z6 has got the QXD, QXYZ, whatever it's called, cards. They're nice. It's almost like having an SSD drive, you know. They're excellent. Norm, kibitzing is like schmoozing. You get used to it after a while. Kibitzing, and not if they're spitting in your face. You take a step back. Oh, he's spitting in my face. Spray, spritz, spritz. Oh, it's killing all your germs. That's what I'm doing with my silver water. Peter Gregg silver water. I'm going to sell this sucker. I have to think that through. The problem is, what happens when you run out? You're going to buy a whole other bottle? This is a glass amber bottle. I don't know. And you can't put it in plastic. So, not sure. I might have just killed my idea right there. Dead in the water. Okay. David is here. How you doing, sweetheart? This is Fisher Brothers. He's also something of... And boy, you've been hitting the road with live streams, haven't you? Dang, I am proud of you. You're just out there. Let's see if anything is dead in my water. This is from yesterday. I got a dry spot on my throat, so I know that's rude, but I just had to do it. But you know, you could have a glass of water, and you could drink with me. Nobody said you have to watch me drink. We could do cheers. We can dink each other like this. You pick up your water, coffee, whiskey, whatever you're having, and go dink. And now we drink to each other. Cheers. God's blessings. I like that better. We dink to God's blessings. I have a microphone there. I have to learn how to get around it. Oh, did I check to see if the microphone's on, or I did a whole hour of blank? So I love you, David. Here's Sly. I love you too, Sly. Hello, Peter and Petertarians. She uses the right word. We're going to have to brown bag it tonight. Scott had surgery, and I think you were trying to remember Mario Crispy. Damn, Sly. My God, you're amazing. So, did Scotty have the surgery today? I thought he told me it was Thursday. Maybe it got delayed. So, Scotty did have knee replacement surgery. That's pretty serious. So, you guys keep Scotty in your prayers. And Mario Crispy, yep, I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not in jail in Colombia. Oh, my God. Someone's having a good time with him. Such a nice guy. So David is saying hi. Hi, Sly. Hi, Sly. And hope Scotty is feeling good. We wish Scotty, we wish you good. We wish you well, Scotty. If you're watching and you can't talk, if you're in the hospital room and you're all bandaged up and you can't even talk and your arms are in a sling and your legs in a sling, am I making you laugh? I shouldn't make you laugh. Okay. And some nurse has got to come and take you to go potty? Ooh, the highlight of your day. Okay, so David's saying hi to Sly. Charles is saying hi to Sly. Roy is saying hi to Sly. No, he's not. He's still bashing micro SD cards. You go for it, big boy. You go for it, Roy. Bash those cards. Bash those cards. I'm skipping down a little bit, okay, because there's a lot of comments here. And I want to see, I want to make sure I get to say hi to everybody. Norm says that the micro SD cards fly out of the slot like a slingshot, right? And then you'll never find it again. Sammy says, Peter, oh my Peter, I want some advice. Do you have any good recommendations for a ball head for the camera for my shoulder mount? That's a pretty interesting topic because the answer right off the bat is no. I would probably look at the small rig first. I would compare the prices. However, the problem with the ball joint is like to move. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ball joints and one that's not. My favorite is the one that is not, because as soon as I loosen the ball joint, I lose my home position. And I got to go back and forth, chair, camera, to put myself in. Because unless I'm holding the camera by the throat, okay, as soon as I loosen it, it moves. Now, that's if you want to be in front of the camera. Now, if you're going to be behind the camera, yeah, you loosen it, you move it, and then you tighten it. It's fine, okay? So that's what I have against the ball joints. Now, the one that's not, okay, it actually will pivot this way if I loosen it. And then if I loosen the other handle, it'll pivot up and down, okay? So that makes it a joy to use. So on the one camera, which I should bring it over to the Panasonic because I use the Panasonic the most, okay? That camera, if I need it up or down, I don't have to lose my position. I just unscrew the handle a little bit and I pull it down or I push it up. Tighten it up and it's done. On the Panasonic, if I loosen the ball joint, if I don't have the camera right, it'll go look at the ceiling. It'll look at my feet. It'll look at the wall on the right or the left. And it's like, oh my God, I got to start all over again. Dear Lord Jesus, I need a blessing here. So the kind of ball joints where they have a microscopic movement, they're in the hundreds of dollars. I'm not going to pay that for a tripod head. So... And then I've got 1, 2, 3 different clamps. Now, if you go watch Sly after this show, she has standardized where she's got all the same heads with the same clips, which means I don't have to find the right clip for that one and the right clip for that one and a different clip for that one. And God forbid I lose that clip, the whole thing is shot, okay? So Sly was smart. She bought all the same one, okay? So you want to buy something where all your tripod heads are using the same clamp, whatever you want to call it. And then if it's critical where you're going to be in the picture and you need to adjust it, like on mine, I like to move it so my head is pretty close to the top. I don't like it when my head's down here in the middle, okay? That's very amateur. The head needs to be up here. That's the proper way. Rule of thirds. I mean, that's simple. So that is what I am doing with the clamps. Ray says that light writing is one of the first things I learned in my college photography class. I don't know how I aced that class since I didn't learn how aperture worked until a decade later. It's a hole. Boys are very natural with holes. I don't know why you had a problem. Some have a bigger hole, some have a smaller hole. And that's what it's about. So you did say you learned a decade later, so I am not going to launch into giving you an f-stop class right now. That's what it's used for. So right now my f-stop is quite wide because you notice the lamp, the piano, everything in the... Even the little... stuffed teddy bear is out of focus because I think I'm using a 2.0 now. Okay. So that's my hole. Okay. So Roy is talking to Sammy. Ray went on to say, I think my teacher mainly cared about our composition and darkroom skills as he probably should. And I'm sure you use those darkroom skills all the time now, right? They are so, so important. Roy says applying heavy metals external is much safer. Don't know what that means. I don't want heavy metals. I don't even want light metals. I want nano. I don't want to see metal. I don't like glitter. Never mind heavy metals. Okay. So Jim says, I feel bad for the little Santa. I'm going to put the paper down. I guess we're not going to get into that. Laying his head beside you. I don't find it. Wait, Jim. Where is he? The little Santa. You don't mean that guy, do you? That's a teddy bear. So is there a Santa near me? And I'm obviously just missing it? Dang. I don't know, Jim. I haven't been able to find it. There's the big Santa that's headless. Did you mean to say that's missing his head? Is it this Santa Claus here? Yeah, he's been in there since this room started. When I stand up, he's a full Santa, okay? When I sit down and I crop into myself, there's parts of I lose part of the piano, I lose part of Santa, I lose my train set, which was a big deal for me. I was like, how do I get to keep my train set? So we are shorter. We are short one, Peter. What are we short? You call yourself short. Don't short me. Ray says, I would have cheated off Peter's paper if he didn't take it with him when he got up. Oh, now I know. You were going to cheat off my paper. Jeff is here. Australia is now represented. Good day, Peter. How are you all today? I'm lovely. I am just lovely. That's not an American word that we use. It's Australian. It's British. A guy doesn't come up to you and go, how are you? I'm lovely. What? I'm lovely. It's not male talk. So Sammy says, you need to sell this. All right, Sammy, solve how I handle the refills. Because they're going to have to buy a whole new bottle. I have to ship it in glass. So there's no sense buying the bottle with the sprayer, without the sprayer is the same price. You buy them on Amazon by, I think, a box of 10. So whatever you pay for the first bottle, you're going to pay again for the second one. That's not fair. I have to figure a refill. And most of the work is in making the silver. It's not in the bottle. So Roy says, I use small bottles like that to spruce up product shots. Jerry is here. Good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm late setting up my new phone. It took, oh my God, you're the second one with a new phone tonight. Golly gee whiz, Batman. Roy says, Jingle Bells water. I have to have the word silver there. That's why I made it Silver Bells. Silver Bells water. Well, Jingle Bells water. I could make it, wait, what did Roy say? Jingle Bells water, silver water. I have to think it through. That idea came to me while I was talking to you, okay? So I haven't thought it through. So Roy got it. He got it. I don't think the chicken enjoyed the dinner. And Sammy says, you're going to love the white Sony. Peter explained this to me last night. Yep. Sammy and I were together last night. Ooh. I'm like a grandfather to him. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm 18 and he's 70. Or vice versa. So it's my job to pass. It's my job with an 18-year-old is to give him encouragement, not beat him up like everybody else around him is beating him up, but to make him feel good and to pass on what I know to him. And you know the final thing is to make him laugh. Okay? That's what the older guys are supposed to do with the younger guys. Because when you go out in the world, everybody's out to get you. You need to find a place to feel safe. And that's where that's how I deal with the young gentlemen that I make friends with here. I like them to feel safe and able to talk about anything, all the way down from their fingers to their toes and everything in between, meaning their nose. So another one, Charles, he got his iPhone 15 Pro Max. The new camera is awesome. You know, I honestly would like I'd like to see Apple make a phone. It's like we got a whole camera here and they're missing the phone part. And we got the phone and they're inching closer and closer to the camera part. Why doesn't Apple just make a damn phone? Sorry, take that back. I can't edit that out, okay? Why doesn't Apple just make a damn camera? And you know what it should look like? It should look like the Sony E1. Something that's, or even smaller. Something that's pocketable. It's white. And with knowing Apple, it could come in colors. You could get rose, titanium, black, white, silver. Okay, that's what Apple does with the phones. What color phone did you get, Charles? Okay, so, and then if you want to make a phone call, turn around the flippy screen and just talk to it. Hey, Siri. Now Siri came up, and I can't say anything else because Siri's going to do whatever I say. So I could say, hey, Joe. It's still alive.
I'm not sure I understand.
See?
Is there something else I can help with?
It's a girl. What can I tell you? Girls just don't understand. No, go back to sleep, Siri. Go back to sleep.
I'm here to help. Get to know Siri at apple.com.
Really? I, honest to God, have to have a commercial telling me on my phone. So how about, hey, Richard, are you going to answer me? Call Sammy on my speakerphone. And my little Apple E1, instead of Sony E1, get it? Get it? Okay. My Apple E1 will just dial. And I could turn the LCD screen out because a lot of times I make a phone call laying down in my bed. And it can be used as a holder. I like that. I'm going to buy the new Apple E1 in white when it comes out because I'm in Miami. A white camera makes sense. Roy says, YouTubers not telling the truth? That's so hard to believe. I don't believe you, Peter. Roy says, a laser so much more fun than a timer. Sammy says, the slim car. The slim car. Sammy says, it's an iPhone, not a camera. I want an Apple camera. I want it to look like the E1. I don't want any overheating. I want Apple to take care of that. Jim Mundy said that he actually got the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Boy, you guys are Johnny on the spot. Damn, I wish I had a link for that. Oh, that's a perfect segue. Use my links when you buy something at Adorama. Use my links. As a matter of fact, if you're going to buy something of value, you know, you can, if you choose, email me and I can see if I can make a custom link just for you. Okay? Because I can make links at Adorama, Macy's, Best Buy, Newegg, and now I have a connection at Walmart. So I can, if you want to buy it using a link and you go like, Peter, I don't even want to look it up. Send me the link. I'll be glad to do it. Email me. My email's in the description. Okay. Ah, my big boy. This is a guy I'm so proud of. He is way up there in the clouds. Okay, in terms of levels. Hi, Peter. How you doing, Michael? I'm surprised that you remembered to come in and say hello. What did you buy? Michael, what did you buy? I know he didn't buy anything because he would have called me. He calls me to get talking with. Carlos says, anyone upgrade to the iPad iOS 17? You know, my iPad said updating tonight 2 days ago, and then it said update failed. I don't know why. So now it says can now use an external camera with FaceTime. Holy mackerel. That's excellent. Roy said, Roy's always happy. That's the best way to be, Roy. Honestly. Shane is here. Hi, guys. Hello, Peter. How you doing, Shane? I love Shane also. He's my buddy in Australia, sitting in his brand new house where he doesn't get heat leaks coming through the walls and air conditioning doesn't run out the walls when it's hot. So, Rakesh is in here. Roy, are you buying the ZF? I wish it was 45.7 megs. Rakesh, when it comes out as the Z7 Mark III, it's probably going to take care of having 2 SD cards, and it's probably going to have the 7 is the high number of megapixels, and the 6. So the Z6 Mark II and the Z7 Mark II are way overdue for an update. That's why I was so perturbed that they came out with the ZF. But they hit the sweet spot with the ZF, okay? So if I was wanting to buy a Z6 Mark III, I'd buy the ZF. I would get more that would make me enjoy it than the Z6 Mark III. Plus, I don't have to wait a year and a half to get the camera. And it's pretty. It really is. So, Rakesh and Roy are talking to each other. Simon is here. Happy Friday, my friend. Thanks for joining me. I was on Simon's live stream. I forgot what night it was. I think it was Tuesday night. I was live, sitting in the chair. And Simon said, Peter, you have to behave. Don't take over the show. It's my show. Don't take over my show, Peter. I said, all right, Simon. I won't take over your show. I had to behave. I did a good job. Simon did an astounding job. He got a nice group of people together, and it was awesome. Roy says, Fuji seems to be moving away from the classic. I don't like the word retro style. From the retro style is what he wrote. I'll just read what he said. So Roy and Rakesh are talking. Rakesh and Roy are talking. Roy is talking. Sly says, Sammy, check Ulanzi's site. They have one. Okay. So, Sammy, make sure you log in because she could talk to you about that. She's done a lot of shopping with the ball heads. Roy says he has a Vanguard one. Sly is saying hi to Roy. Roy is saying hi to Sly. Ray is saying hi to Sly. Ray is saying hi to Roy. And Funny's here. Funny, S52, looking good tonight. Thank you. That makes me feel good. I always keep fine-tuning the camera. And you want to know something? The video that went up today on the big channel, I had to do it over. You know why? I accidentally kicked one of the tripod legs because that's the only camera that's sitting on the floor. All the other ones are sitting up on the credenza. All the way to the left, in the middle, on the right. So you can't kick them. You can't knock them with a vacuum cleaner or a broom, okay? And I didn't know it. And I did the whole video, and my face was over here. And I said, no, there's got to be a way to fix that. I don't want to do it over. I don't want to do it over. I don't want to do it over. I had to do it over. So Funny says the Panasonic is looking good. Jerry says, I got a natural, the color of his phone. What would the natural color be? Depends on, if you're a black guy, then it's black. If you're a white guy, then it's white. If you're a pink guy, uh-oh, you got a problem. Roy says he goes back to when iPhones when they were serviceable. Sammy says, Joey, which is Sammy's best friend, and he has a Tesla. That's how I became friendly with Joey. The Tesla will do it. Joey got the new iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I tested log footage with the external footage. Boy, I hope you make a video on that. Ray says, I also always believed that Apple should make a camera. The user experience would be simple, and they would have a network advantage, and users could upload straight to social media or live stream remotely. You're bang on. Roy said he did have the Z7 Mark II, but he doesn't anymore. And Sammy says they do have a new pink iPhone. Oh my God. See, I knew it would take Apple, so if Apple makes a phone, the E1 Apple phone, you'll probably be able to get it in pink. So, Sammy, I know your heart's desire for a pink one. You'll be able to get that soon, Sammy. You just talk to your uncle on the phone, okay? I love a Tesla, but it wouldn't make it up my driveway. I don't know what that means. I'm willing to bet it would, okay? So I don't know what you're talking about. If you're slamming the Tesla, you're barking up the wrong tree. When I get lots and lots of money, I'm either buying a Tesla or the Cadillac Lyric. But chances are the Tesla, because I want the network. It's not worth it to buy anything but a Tesla. Not because of the car. I don't think the car is pretty. Well, it's nice. It's okay. I don't want to hurt Joey's feelings, okay? I just think that the Cadillac is nice, but it doesn't come with the network. I want the Tesla network. I want it to tell me where I have to go to stop and get gas, when. I want it just to take care of me. And that's the only car that does it. So there's only 3 minutes before Sly is on. So I think I am going to have to stop with the buttons. Peter, here's what I was thinking. I might get a red camera from a couple of years ago, and they are a very good price, same price or less price than the ZVE1. You can get a Z for the red for that. Oh my God, Sammy, you're a good shopper. You know who's a good shopper? Sly. Dang, that girl could sniff out a bargain, you know, where I would never find one. Before I ordered my E1, I should have called her. I should have said, Sly, I'm ordering it. Tell me, just tell me. All right. Need to reconnect with my daily gratitudes. It's so easy to start fixating on the negatives. Yeah, Carlos, you're spot on. You are spot on. But then he would be, okay? So Roy says, only four-wheel drives can make it up my driveway. Well, Roy, the Tesla is a four-wheel drive. And not only that, the computer actually changes the speed of the 4 different wheels. So the Tesla would make it up your driveway where your four-wheel drive wouldn't. Bah! Gotcha! All right, guys. I love you. I am so grateful for you being here. And what's my saying about next week? My saying is good night, Roy. I just popped him up by accident again. If God is willing and the bridge ain't up, I'll see you next Friday. It's not anything special, is it? So that's it. I'm grateful for all of you. Let's start with that. And if you're a praying kind of a guy, say a prayer for me, please, please, please. I'm waiting to get notification of the shipping of my white E1. I'm hoping to get the new Nikon in here. And on that note, I've got 1 minute and 30 seconds before Sly goes live. Bye. Bye-bye. Love you guys. I really do. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.